Kyrie, first game for these new look Nets. We knew there would be peaks and valleys in the first game with just one practice. But how would you assess how this game unfolded overall in the field that you guys had as a group?
Honestly, too long. Just 2 OTs for the first game back. Man, hey, you gotta love NBA basketball, bro. So, we definitely tried to come out and compete. I myself was just doing my best out there to pace myself, and just I know that, it's gonna take me a little minute to just get up and down a few more times. But, I'm excited. I'm just excited for the future. Cleveland threw a lot of things at us, to start the game. They threw zone. They forced us in some positions that, were just a little uncomfortable. And I turned the ball over in the first quarter. We had a few turnovers and we limited in the second half. But, they scored 20 points, in the second OT. I don't know many teams that could put up 20 points in 5 minutes, but they did, and Collin got hot. So I give the young fella credit, and I give that whole Cleveland team credit tonight. They came to play.
You talked about how your teammates have had your back. First game in 15 days for you. How did it feel emotionally to be back out there with your teammates?
Man, always playing the game that I love. I'm grateful. So I never take it for granted. And then also to be, playing with Kevin Durant, James Harden, just those names alone right now, just like we're having some fun, but it's not just about us. And I always say that, we'll have good nights, we'll have great nights, but it's how we galvanize this group together and how we sacrifice and compromise for the greater good, and that still remains to be seen. Obviously one game's out the way, but I'm excited for what's to come.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Hey, Kyrie. Two-part question. I'm curious. I mean, obviously 7 games that you didn't play. How did you feel? It's a lot of minutes that you logged. How did you feel there? And when you look at the defense and the overtime, was part of that, you think, just fatigue overall, or was that just being unfamiliar with each other?
Man, that's just being human. Honestly, we've come together. I've been away for a while. The team's been doing incredibly well. So definitely wanted this first one as a group. But like I said, you got to give Cleveland credit to a certain degree. A lot of opportunities that we had to extend the lead or take control of the game. They came back and hit a 3, or they came back and responded, and they responded all night. And, it's just one of those nights, and you got to give credit to them. And then for us, we just take accountability for what we could have done individually better. And then collectively as a group, we'll watch film tomorrow and see where we can get better. So,
Greg Logan, Newsday.
Kyrie, as you said, you guys have to take responsibility for the loss. But at the same time, the big 3 scored 96 points tonight and scored 42 of the last 57 points, Nets points tonight. So what do you say chemistry you guys showed first time out of the block?
Hey, I think any one of us would definitely take a win over all those, just great stats. Those sound incredible for a first game out for a few great teammates, just first time touching the floor. But like I said, we're not so much consumed about what we can do. We're more or less responsible for, like I said, putting these pieces together and making it work. And offensively, it clearly wasn't enough tonight. We still needed to get stops on the other end. So that's going to be the tale of our season, is how committed are we to that end of the floor moving forward. And like I said, these are just words, until we meet it with actions and we go out and do the little things and we prepare a little bit better. And I don't say that to mistake my words. I'm just saying, as we prepare better moving forward, we just kind of throwing in these last few days. So just putting it together, and we just got to keep smiling and having fun. Like I said, I was smiling when Collin Sexton was hitting all those shots, man. Like, it was one of those nights for him. He gets an offensive board, they tie it, they're down 1 now, KD hits 2, and then he hits a 3, they tie it. It was just like one of those nights, and being back in Cleveland, it was rightfully so one of those type of games, like, hey, back and forth. So I look forward to playing them again Friday, and we'll see how we fare that game.